So I just want to start by saying this is my visual aid. Domino's is the number one in $1,000 invested in stock, and their turnaround, which is $21,238. All right. This is my audience. My father-in-law was not able to make it today due to long working of hours. Here you go. You can take a look at this. All right, imagine it's a rainy day. You're lazy and don't want to get out of bed. What do? The go-to would be to order some pizza. But now the question is, who to order from? That's an easy one. Domino's, of course. The system they have set up is to provide the fastest delivery and carry-out times as possible. Of course, with me working there, it may seem biased, but with friends who work for the competition, I have seen firsthand the flow of their business, and Domino's is bar none. Now, I will tell you why Domino's is on the rise to become the number one in just about every category in the pizza industry. Domino's was founded in Ypsilanti, Michigan by two brothers, and at first the store was called Dominic's and eventually changed to Domino's. On December 9th in 1960 is when they founded the company. There they began with just one store, and now they have acclimated just about 14,856 stores, with 90% of them being owned by franchise owners, and it's still on the rise, such as my owner, who is currently in contract to open up other stores throughout the area. Their end goal with all of these locations is not only to get their name out there, but also to leave their imprint on the pizza industry by doing everything they can as fast as they can. Which brings me to my next point. Domino's paired with the Ford Vehicle Company to implement a self-driving vehicle. It does not need anyone to be in the vehicle, as it is trying to get to these locations as safely as possible, such as stopping at stop signs like they're supposed to, not speeding, stopping at their red lights, using yielding, and using their signals as well. And it's to ensure two main things: to get the pizza there safely, and also to get the pizzas there as warm as possible, due to the fact that they have implemented ovens in the back to keep their pizzas warm. This is to ensure that drivers obey all traffic laws, like I said, and having the pizza warmers in the back is a game changer as well, because we all know when it gets busy, it may sit on a rack for about 15 minutes, it'll get in a bag, sit for another 15 minutes, and some drivers usually have to take 2 or 3 at a time, which leaves the pizza getting there 45 minutes to an hour later, and the pizza's probably a little cold. And then in turn, we have to do remakes, so on and so forth, and it just leaves customers unhappy. This will enable us to make sure that we have return customers and we do not lose business. Their excellent customer service and promise to make things right is probably the reason why they sit atop of the mountain in the pizza industry, with their sales at a whopping $12,252,100,000 in the year of 2017 on November 1st. That was 2 years ago almost. So they're easily sitting close to $14 billion in revenue and climbing, beating out Pizza Hut, which has a little over 2,000 more locations than what Domino's does. So that right there tells you that we're on our game. Now they're implementing this thing called fortressing. Fortressing is where there is an owner or two separate owners that have locations that are about 12 to 15 minutes apart in delivery time, that is. Say there's one store here, their range is 12 minutes out, 12 minutes out, 12 minutes out, 12 minutes out, and another one with about the same. They do this to try and take over certain areas, and they put other stores in between them to cut their delivery times in half. So right now, a driver can take 2 to 2.5 deliveries per hour. By putting a new store in an area that wasn't doing so well before and now can do well, which is pretty much revitalizing it and getting itself known, they cut the delivery time in half, allowing the delivery drivers to take twice as much, taking 5 deliveries per hour rather than 2.5. This not only boosts sales, but it also boosts the operation, the flow of the business, and of course it makes all the customers happy. Doing so, it makes the delivery times go down drastically, and it gives them the opportunity to make more money overall. Everyone has seen the commercial for the $5.99 deals for Domino's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now that they started it, all of the competition was soon to follow by offering a similar deal of their own in order just to keep up with business. Implementing these deals and others gives a major boost to sales, not only for a limited time but collectively throughout the year. Although not partnering globally with companies, some stores have other local delivery places that will place the order for them. Go there to pick it up and deliver it to the customers. Such as days that we're super busy, here locally we have a place called Takeout Waiter. You call them, they'll go to certain places like an area called Mellow Mushroom, Denny's, and they partner with us as well. They come, they place their order, and they come pick it up, and they deliver it for us as well. You know, Fridays can get super, super busy, but they're there to help us as well. And, now, the next time you decide to order out, just pick up your phone and call Domino's because they are the number one go-to when it comes to pizza. So just remember, Domino's is number one.
Yes.